Hello, guys. One more special interview. For me, this is so special because I have here on my side Jalen Fonacier, current IBJJF Black Belt World Champion and current pan as a Black Belt Champion too. My friend, it's a pleasure to meet to have you here, and thank you for accepting the invite.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Vitor. Man, we've been planning this for a while. I'm glad we were able to do it now. I'm super excited to be here. Thank you.
Yes, let's start, man. How can you describe your moment in your life right now?
Yeah. Um, so I think like the best word to describe it is just fulfilled. Like rewind to when I first got my black belt. Like, of course, I saw so many things that I wanted to achieve. I wanted to win all the Grand Slam tournaments, of course, winning worlds, doing this in Nogi, Gi, winning the big tournaments as well. But and I think everyone will experience this when they actually become black belt. Like when you get there, it's a little scary because when you're dreaming of it coming up as a colored belt, of course it looks so cool to look at black belt and say, oh, I want to win this, I want to win that. But I think when I actually got there, I realized it was going to be a lot harder than it had to be, or than I expected. So then after winning, I did Euros, I got second place, and then I feel like I got so much better throughout the year. I won Pans, I won Worlds, and I was just fulfilled that I was able to do the things that I set out to do, and that I wasn't just going into my black belt year as like maybe I'm just trying to feel out the black belt division, or maybe I'm just trying to see how I'm doing at black belt. Like I actually went there to not just test myself, but show that I'm on the same level and I'm at a different level than black belt.
I think what's making your moment so special, it's because you are a great example for the new generation because you start as a young athlete and come winning a lot of tournaments until the high level, the
Yeah.
level that's important for your career because
Mhm.
is a big difference on the worlds as a brown belt and win the worlds as a brown belt and win the worlds as a black belt. And
Yeah.
I will show for the other kids that if they keep pushing, keep the work, he can arrive at on the top as a black belt.
Yeah.
How are you feel uh, to be as a great example for the next generation?
Man, it's so cool because when I was young, I always used to look up to the people that were examples for me, and to be in a position to be an example or like a good role model for the kids now, it's so special. And I think, like you said, I was coming up through the colored belts, even the kids belts, but of course the colored belts, so blue to black belt. I was winning a lot, so I won worlds at blue belt in the gi and juvenile. I won nogi worlds in purple belt, and then I won gi worlds at brown and black belt. So I think like a good message to the people who look at me as an example is like keep that consistency from the start. So I was training at blue belt, but I was training to be like I was doing black belt worlds. You know, trying to set high expectations for myself, and then I carried that into purple, brown belt, and then when I actually got to black belt worlds, it didn't feel like something out of this world. Like it felt like I was supposed to be there. So it's super cool to be an example for them now. It's super cool to be doing what the people that I looked up to as a kid, what they were doing. It's super cool to be doing that myself now.
Great, great. And I have one question. I'm super curious to
Yeah.
know how you think. You start the year in the losing in the
Yeah.
Europeans.
Hmm.
How you build your mind
Yeah.
to come different at pens and the words.
Yeah.
How you change this because it's hard to lose in the big tournaments in the
Yeah.
beginning of the season and finish the season as a
On the top,
black
right?
belt world champion.
Yeah. So I think it was first really hard for me, even before Europeans, is I lost Nogi Pans and Nogi Worlds at black belt. Those were my first majors at black belt. So that kind of showed me it made me think like, and a lot of people told me this too, is like black belt's a different level, which I can understand. But I felt like I was already on that level for so many years, and I've trained with black belt for so long that like I knew I was already on this level. So I always wondered to myself, like, why am I losing these things? Why am I not able to execute and get the first place at these tournaments? So then when I did Europeans, my mindset going into Europeans was kind of like, let me just test myself, see how I do. So I think I had Taliesin, Yuri Hendricks. Who else was in there? I think a lot of guys who I used to watch at the Rooster Way at the black belt. So like as a kid growing up watching these guys, of course I'm not gonna go in there thinking, oh, I'm just gonna run through this division. Like I went in there thinking, let me see how I do against them. If I don't win, it's okay. Which I don't think is a bad mindset, but it wasn't the right mindset for me. So I went in there. I won my first two fights, and then I fought Yuri in the finals, and I did really well. I feel like I pushed the pace the whole match, but then I ended up losing by 2 points. Um, so I think I proved to myself that I belong there, and I was able to carry that momentum into Pans. So then when I went into Pans, I knew like I figured Yuri would be like my best competition. So Pans, I had Bebeto, I had Bruno Senna first fight, and then I had Yuri in the finals. So I wasn't going into Pans like I'm just gonna test myself against these guys. I was going in there to win, which was kind of my mindset change from Europeans. And I think a lot of that came from like all the work that we did at Cobrinha headquarters. Is I did so much adjusting to my game, getting used to the black belt, like their experience and their strategy. And I came in with so much confidence at Pans that I wasn't just going there to see how I could do against Bebet or against Yuri. Like I was going there to beat them and I was going to put a statement. So I was able to do that at Pans. And then, of course, I'm going to carry that momentum into Worlds. I went in there like I was ready to fight. I was ready to fight anyone. I knew I could beat anyone. The first day, I fought super well. I got 2 submissions. Second day, I had Taliesin. And of course, I've been watching Taliesin since I was a kid too. But again, my mindset going into Worlds is no matter what position, no matter what situation, the points, if I'm behind on points or if I'm in a bad position, I knew I was going to win no matter what. So that was kind of my mindset going into that. And I did that against Taliesin. We were kind of back and forth for a lot of the fight, but then I brought the momentum towards the end. And then I was able to almost take his back and then get the win. And then same with Bebeto. I went into the finals so confident. I almost felt like it wasn't Black Belt Worlds Finals. It was just like another training session. I went in there knowing I was going to win, no matter what position. And I think that was the biggest change in my mindset was when I went into Black Belt, my mindset for the first year at least was just see how I can do. Let's see how I match up against the best guys. But then by the time Pans and Worlds came, it was like I'm going to beat everyone that's in front of me. And that's not to come off cocky. That's just a lot of confidence that I brought from the academy. And I think that was the biggest mindset change and benefit that helped me this year.
Great. And what Cobrians told you before your final match at Worlds? Because if you listen to us, you don't know Cobrinha is one of the best athletes of the world of the Jiu-Jitsu. And he's a Jalen's professor. Mm-hmm. And what he told you before your final match? What do you remember of this day?
Yes. So, I mean, Cobrinha's been in, I think, 5 finals at Worlds. So he knows the whole drill of, the nerves, everything that comes with it. But all he told me was just be present and enjoy this moment. Because I think he knows better than anyone that once this fight was over, you don't get to enjoy it as much. So he told me to be present, enjoy it, take in the experience, win or lose, just enjoy, embrace what you're about to go through. Because it's sometimes it's just once in a lifetime that you get to do something like that. And that was big for me because I was able to stay present throughout the fight, enjoy everything. And by the time the fight finished, when I got my hand raised, it was just happiness, just pure happiness.
Great. Which one was harder, the pens or the words?
I want to say I think my 2 hardest fights were with Yuri and Taliesin, but I think I want to say Pans was a little bit harder because I was coming off a loss, like you said, at Europeans. I didn't have as much confidence going into Pans as I did at Worlds. And I think that was a big thing for me was just the confidence because, of course, I'm a rookie black belt. It was my first year at black belt. I'm only 19 years old, and these guys have been. I fought 2 world champions this year, and then also the guy that beat me at Europeans. So I think when I was going into pens, since I didn't have as much confidence, it was a little harder for me to get the win. And then with Worlds, since I was able to bring this confidence and momentum from pans, it was a little bit easier for me mentally. But like I said, I think Taliesin was for sure my hardest fight this year.
What makes you different, in my opinion, that's you is still keep studying on the college, and you are a jiu-jitsu professional jiu-jitsu athlete. How you balance this, my friend?
Yeah, man, because like a lot of people tell me that it's so cool because you don't see anyone nowadays doing college, doing school and jiu-jitsu, and then also winning worlds, right? So of course, a lot of sacrifice. Like I knew what I want since I was little, and I've been going to school and training professionally since I was a kid, right? And I knew what I want since I was young, so it was really easy for me to just implement that into my life. I wanted to go to school, do jiu-jitsu, so I knew I had to put all my time into both. So during the school year, I was doing training in the morning. Oh, sorry, I was doing school in the morning, 8 to 9 a.m. And then I would train 9 to maybe 1:30 to 2 o'clock. And then right after training, I would go home to shower really quick, and then it was right back to school. So, of course, a lot of sacrifice. I didn't have any time between training and school to do much. Like I didn't have a lot of free time, but these are the things that are fun for me. Like I know a lot of college students like to go out and party, and that's fun for them. That's not wrong at all. But what was fun for me is getting to train, getting to do school, and achieving my goals that I've set since I was a kid. So I never looked at it as something bad, having to sacrifice my free time or like my fun time. I always looked at it as something I've wanted to do since I was a kid. So it made it easy for me.
Nice. And now, do you feel more pressure after become a black belt world champion or not? Say the truth. Do you feel more pressure or not? It's normal.
No, honestly, not at all. Like after I won worlds, I went upstairs and I saw Bruno Maffesini, and I told him thank you for all the help and everything, and I told him I'm gonna win 10 more times so I can beat his record. But
Nice.
no, but seriously, after I won worlds, I got so much confidence. Like I really showed that I was at the top of this level, at the top of this game, and I think I'm gonna bring that every year.
And now everybody knows jiu-jitsu is changed every month. Every month you can take a big opportunity.
Yeah.
And doesn't matter if you wanna keep doing worlds or keep doing super fights, you can have a lot of opportunities in both.
Yes.
And for you, do you wanna keep still winning worlds title, or your mind change after your UFC debut?
No, I wanna do as much as I can. So I'm definitely gonna keep doing UFC. I think we have something cooking up to be back on UFC pretty soon. But also I want to keep coming back and winning all the majors as well. So my plan is to do one more tournament before the end of the year, possibly even Abu Dhabi World Pro. But for sure, next year I'm going to be back at Europeans, Pans, hopefully Brasileiros next year too. And then, of course, Worlds back to it again.
Did you visit Brazil already or not?
Yeah, I want to go so bad.
Nice.
Yeah. Next year, hopefully next year.
Nice.
Yeah.
You will enjoy, because the food is wonderful. The people is wonderful. The place, a lot of beaches, a lot of foods. Nice. It's nice.
That's what I've heard. Yeah, I'm excited.
And now talking about your UFC fight, you finished at 2 times world no-gi champion.
Yeah.
And man, what's that? The plan from the start was to finish him on leg locks.
Yeah. So with UFC's rule set, my whole plan was just to throw submissions at him the whole time. Like in IBJJF, of course, we have to go with a little bit of strategy. You know, there's points, there's advantages, but UFC, there's no points, no advantages. All I was gonna do the whole time was just throw submissions, go for the kill, and that was my goal from the start. Like if you saw, I went for like scissor takedown to the heel hook. I started the fight off with that, and then I was just jumping on heel hooks the whole time. So that was my goal. Last time we fought, I didn't get to do much of my game just because it was so much strategy between both of us. Because it was IBJJF Nogi Worlds. But I think UFC BJJ really allowed me to show my jiu-jitsu to where I didn't have to worry about points, didn't have to worry about advantages, and I was able to just show what I do best.
I saw you training with the Mikey Musumichi.
Yeah.
What did you learn from him?
Man, so much. He showed me probably like 99% of the heel hook stuff that I know now, like right before the fight too. It was so cool. I'm so grateful to have him as part of our team now. He's part of Cobrinha. We met with him, I think 2 days before, and I was drilling that same sequence that I did on Everton with Mikey a few days before. So he helped me so much. He even watched our old fight to help me study. And I'm just super grateful for all his help. It's so cool. Like I used to watch Mikey's videos in the back of class in high school while someone was like teaching. If I was like bored or something, I would type in Mikey Musumichi videos. I used to watch his videos during class, so it's so cool to have him in my corner now.
And how your friends at college receive you afterwards?
Yeah.
Did you bring your medal for the school too?
No, but they all think I'm like super famous. They think I'm like that nobody wants to
But
mess with me. I mean, yeah.
You are
But
super famous right now, my friend.
Yeah, everyone says I'm not gonna mess with you. They're scared of me.
This is nice. And Jerry, do you feel that submission all events like UFC, BJJ need a different mindset than the IBJJF? What's changed between these events?
Yeah. I think I don't want to say like one event is good, one event is bad. But when we fought at Nogi Worlds, there was a lot of like advantages back and forth. I was still able to push the pace, I think, the whole time of Nogi Worlds. But of course, I wasn't able to kind of risk a little bit to go for submissions, right? But then at UFC BJJ, like I said, you don't have to worry about points. You don't have to worry about advantages. So I was going there ready to risk a sweep or risk a takedown if it meant like I could get to his leg and finish a heel hook, right? So I think that's it. It's just UFC BJJ allowed me to take more risks, and I think that plays so well into my game because I push the pace so much. I go for submissions the whole time, and I think that's what helped me is just being able to take more risks in UFC.
Again, you won the IBJJF Pen, the IBJJF Woods, now UFC BJJ. Which of these wins was the most emotional for you, and why? How can you describe if you can choose just one?
For sure, Worlds by far. Like it's like the one thing. Like I used to tell my parents, like if I win Worlds, I could quit jiu-jitsu. Like that's how much it meant to me. So I think like since I was a kid doing jiu-jitsu, my only goal, my main goal was just to win black belt Worlds. And of course, like since I'm so young, I looked at my career. I said maybe I could have like 10 years to get to that black belt world title. But man, I put in so much work. I sacrificed so much time that I was able to do it so early in my career. And I'm so fulfilled that I was able to get that win. And like I said, hopefully I can do 10 more times.
Great. And what's these titles bring for your career as an opportunity? What's changed for you after become the black belt IBJJF world champion?
Yeah, I think it just it puts like titles on my name. I think a lot of people around the world who follow me know my level, they know my capabilities. But now they're able to see like a title on those capabilities and what I can do. So now they can see I'm a PANS champion, I'm a world champion, and it's brought me like so many cool opportunities, like seminars. I just went to Canada 2 weeks ago. I've never been there before. I'm going to Korea tomorrow. I'm leaving to Korea for a seminar tomorrow. So it's so cool. Like my dream since a kid also was while I'm competing or after I'm competing, just travel the world, do seminars. And now it's coming to me at only 19 years old. So I think I have like so many more years ahead of me to do what I love, to do what I enjoy. And I'm super glad that these titles are helping me get there faster. So I have so many years to be doing this.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because some I saw some champions after win the world say
Yeah.
that they don't have too much opportunities, but it's not the same for you.
Yeah.
What advice you can say for the people that dream to win worlds and what the job they need to do after this big win in
Yeah.
their career?
Well, I think also like in the time of jiu-jitsu we are now, it's so much easier to find opportunities once you get those titles, because jiu-jitsu is a lot bigger now. There's a lot more that you can not only make money doing, but there's a lot more opportunities that you can have after winning titles. And I think that's thanks to the people who competed before us, like Cobrinha, all those people in that time, who brought up this sport to be so big now. I think we can credit that to them for giving us these opportunities. And then I think another thing is anybody can win these titles, but not everyone can share their message. So I think a big part of after winning these titles is showing yourself on social media or on these interviews like I'm doing to tell people what your message is or what the hard work that you go through, so they can understand, and then you can get your name out there too. Because I think that's how you start to build a unique voice. It's how you start to build your brand, and people start to see not only the gold medal, but what's behind the gold medal as well. And I think that's a big part.
Great. What do you want the people to remember about Jalen right now after
Mhm.
big win titles?
Yeah, I think, and I've been saying this all year, is like when people look back at my wins, I think I want them to remember that anything is possible. Like I said earlier, when I was at the beginning of the year, when I was looking at how my year was gonna go, so of course I wanted to stay in school. I wanted to win black belt worlds, and I wanted to do all this as a rookie black belt, right? So like when I first looked at it, it almost looks impossible to do. Like nobody does this in jiu-jitsu nowadays. But I think I started tackling just small goals, going down the list of competitions like Europeans, Pans, slowly leveling up, and then also keeping school in my life, keeping with my goal that I wanted. And I think that's a big part of what got me here is the small goals. And hopefully people can look at my career and realize that anything is possible. They can do jiu-jitsu, they can do school, they can do this or that, just like I did.
Nice.
Yeah.
And to know more about you outside the mats, what do you like to do, Jalen?
Man, a
When
lot of
you
people, yeah.
outside of the mats?
Yeah, man, a lot of people ask me this question, but most of my days are literally from the mats to school, or I'm lifting, doing something that has to do with jujitsu, you know? But no, I think, like you said, jujitsu has given me a lot of opportunities. One thing that I've been really enjoying is traveling. So even if it's for a seminar or a tournament, I've really been enjoying traveling, being able to see the world. And like I said, that's been a dream since I was a kid to be able to travel the world. And I'm glad jiu-jitsu has brought that to me. And it's really cool. I've been able to take my family to different countries with me, and be able to enjoy those experiences together. So even if I'm not on the mats, I think jiu-jitsu always brings something special to me, whether I'm in a different country or I'm doing something else. And I think that's super cool.
Do you like to other sports too,
Yeah,
and some TV shows? What do you like to watch even
I love.
in jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, since I was little, I always loved UFC. So maybe one day I'll start trying to strike a little bit. UFC. I used to watch a lot of basketball and soccer too. I used to play basketball and soccer when I was little too. But mainly those.
Great.
Yeah.
What are your goals for the rest of the year? What's your plan?
Um, yeah. So we just got done with UFC. I think I'm gonna have one more UFC fight soon. I don't know the date for sure yet, but I'm gonna have a UFC fight before the end of the year. And then if I'm able to, hopefully do Abu Dhabi World Pro, and then Nogi Worlds as well.
And do you have uh one dream match that you would like to do in this year? If you can say the name, what the name is?
Dream match, right?
Yes.
Um, I think so. If all goes well, I hope to have a 125 fight in UFC. Hopefully, a title fight at 125 after my next fight. So, no name in particular, but any 125er that wants to put on a show at UFC BJJ, hopefully we can get that going. Because I think Mikey has the belt at 135. He's my coach now, so I'm not gonna fight him at 135, of course. So hopefully we can bring Mikey has the belt at 135. I can get the belt at 125, and then Kennedy can get the belt at 155, so we can bring all those belts home to Cobrinha.
Great.
Yes, yes,
Going
sir.
to be great. I want to see. Angeli, do you live on diet? How you control your weight? What you normally eat between the training, the college?
Yeah. I try to eat as healthy as possible. Sometimes I'm not able to. So like, usually it's just like, I like a lot of steak, rice, chicken, just like healthy stuff. But also, sometimes I like to eat fast food when I'm not competing.
What fast food do you like?
Oh my gosh, everything like In-N-Out, McDonald's. But yeah, I try to eat as healthy as possible, but also like I train so much and I'm like naturally a pretty small guy, so I only walk around like 130, 132 pounds, so I don't have to cut too much weight. So even if I'm eating junk food, I'm still pretty light, like 130, 132 pounds.
And how is it the training with Cobrinha?
Yeah.
How can you describe this for us?
Like when I'm actually training with him, when I'm rolling with him, very humbling. Like he reminds me he reminds me there's levels to this game. No, but it's super cool. Like I'm able to train with him now. Like of course he's been like a dad to me since I was a kid. And being able to share the match, share the experience with him now, it's super special. And then also having him as a coach for me now, as my main coach to when I'm doing competitions is super special. He knows my game in and out, so it's easy for him to communicate what we need to do during the match. And like I said, he's like a dad to me. I've been at his academy since I was 7 years old, and now I'm 20 years old. So super special to have him as a role model to me.
Great.
Yeah.
What is something important he taught to you? Do you remember?
Yeah. I think two good lessons. So I talked about this earlier is always be present. And then also one thing he's really been stressing to us students is to enjoy the process. So even though sometimes when we're training or getting ready for a tournament, we might be suffering, we might be tired, we might be suffering from a weight cut or something. He always tells us just to enjoy those moments, because I think once all is said and done with a competition, you have a gold medal. And you can look at that and be proud of it, but the things that we really grow from and improve from are the camps and the suffering beforehand. So he teaches us to enjoy that process. That way we have something back to look back on once all is said and done, and we have experiences to look back on.
Great. Is Cobrinha is still training with you, Kennedy?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He always beats us up. But yeah, it's so cool. Like I don't know how old he is now, but it's so cool at his age he's able to train with us and still push us. Like he trains with me, Kennedy, even Mikey too when Mikey comes to train with us. And it's super cool that he's able to stay in shape, keep training hard. And I hope to be like him when I'm his age. So cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
I would like to say thank you for the accept the interview. I appreciate it. And my man, you have the 3 minutes to say thank you for everyone that you want. And one more, was a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Vitor. First of all, thank you to Vitor for having me. I think it's super special what Vitor does for the athletes, allowing us to share our message and get to know us behind like the gold medals. So thank you, Vitor, for having me. It's a pleasure. And then also just thank you to Cobrinha, to my team at Alliance Los Angeles, Alliance South Bay, who have helped me get to this point, to where I can share my message and talk about the titles that I've won. Shout out to my sponsor, Moya Brand. And thank you again, Vitor. Thanks so much for having me.
Os.
Thank you, Vitor.